What does it take to be the next big thing? We are about to find out with someone who lives and breathes movies. In this episode, we will be talking with Ethan Hirsch on what he has in store for Hollywood. The Humanities Communication Arts Department at Norwalk Community College present the new directors. The show that introduces you to television feature writers, directors, and personalities. And now, join our host Vincent Girardi to meet the next new director.
Thank you for joining us for today's edition of the New Directors. All the people involved with this program are students involved with the television production course and are directing, switching, controlling audio, operating cameras, and acting for talent as first time today. The guests you're about to meet are students who, when are not on camera, are behind the scenes working hard to bring this program to you with as few mistakes as possible. Each student has written and produced 3 different videos. This program will give them the chance to talk about themselves, the productions they have completed, and give you a chance to get to know them and watch their progress throughout the semester. Our guest is an incoming filmmaker who has made films since high school and has continued afterwards making films at the Jacob Burns Film Center School. Now I would like you to meet our guest today, Ethan Hirsch.
Glad to be here.
So before you joined Norwalk Community College, what have you done in any earlier film?
Well, throughout high school and at the Jacob Burns Film Center, I made a documentary film about Sybil Ludington, who is very important in the Connecticut history and as well as the Revolutionary War. Also made a little zombie film in high school with my friends. It was really bad, but it was pretty good.
Interesting.
I also made film reenactments of favorite scenes. I did one of the Joker from The Dark Knight, and that scene in the meat locker when he's interrogating a fake Batman with my friends, and I worked on some of theirs as well. And I made one video I took on vacation in Martha's Vineyard where they filmed the first 2 Jaws movies. In case you don't know where that is, so yeah.
Nice, sweet. Can you tell us why you decided to take the film and TV production course?
I've always been really interested in filmmaking ever since I was like a little kid, and I've always wanted just to do it, and I thought it was really cool to do it, and plus it's very important to be in this industry because it's always expanding and changing no matter what happens, so it's like in technology and artists.
Of course,
so
yep.
Yeah, I always think that's important, so yeah.
Sweet. Now, what are some of the most useful things you've learned in this course?
Well, I definitely learned how to use Avid for the first time, and because I used Final Cut before, and it's totally very different. And also script writing. I tried to write a script before, and I just didn't do very well. So, in my Orange project, it's my very first script, and I feel very glad I wrote it.
Awesome. Can you tell us about your student studies project, your tea project, your nature project, and your orange project?
Yeah, for my student studies project, I filmed at the Wilton Library in downtown Wilton, and I used my friend right there, Lucas. He volunteered to help me out. And he just used my backpack and a bunch of stuff I had in my backpack, and I just filmed in a private little study area, and it was very interesting to work in. And hopefully nobody was shot on footage because I was told not to capture anyone on film. And yeah, getting all these camera angles were very tough. For the tea project, I've filmed it from myself in the kitchen. And you saw one of the earlier shots of me actually putting the camera in the cabinet and to get that very interesting camera angle. So I wanted to do something very different. And at that day, for my nature project, I just filmed there's a little nature trail down from my street. So I just shot it before fall really came by. So there's a little bit of fall foliage, some change colors, and Okay, for my orange project, I filmed that right there is my house, and my friend Eli came into my film, and I made this very good script of a guy who lost his girlfriend to an orange, so he's out for revenge on the orange and his root gang.
Interesting. So, what was your best project that you've done over the semester?
Would have to be the orange project because it was just very fun to write and direct and get an actor to be in my movie and as well as edit. And in this shot, he's interrogating a pineapple for the scene of for finding the orange
That's funny.
Because you're like, where's my orange? So that's what he's doing. He's chopping his stem off.
Very aggressive on that guy.
And actually in that shot, a piece of pineapple actually fell on the camera. So luckily I got it before it came off, and we threw it off a bridge. Not really though. And then he just spits on it like a badass.
That's nice. That's funny.
Yeah. And it was fun.
Well, you mentioned the variety of things that you've learned in this semester. What was the most interesting and important skill that you have learned?
Probably just to play around with camera angles, as you saw earlier, and script writing, and getting. It's very hard to get actors in the movies. I tried to get in the earlier movie, in my Orange project, I tried to cast a female actress. I casted my sister instead. So, and luckily she was there that weekend because she's also in school. But yeah, it was fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, today we got to meet someone who shared his taste of what it hopes to bring to the theater near you. As new TV director, hopes to apply what he has learned at NCC in camera angles and storytelling. He also plans to use this new knowledge from Television One to create exciting original films in the future. We would like you to thank Ethan for joining us today.
Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed meeting one of the television's future directors, and we hope you will continue to join us each week to watch our progress. Thank you, and have a good day.
This has been The New Directors with your host Girardi, directing by Eric Melborough. I'm your announcer, Frankie Joseph. This has been our Community College student production.